Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be filming a video for you guys, and it is going to be this look that I am wearing on my face right now. I just seriously love this look. I think it's so pretty. It is my foundation routine along with the look that I wore for my proms. I wore it for both my junior and my senior prom, and I've worn it for 2 pageants, and I'm also going to be wearing it for 2 pageants this summer as well, one that I am competing in and one that I'm handing off my title that I currently hold in. So that is kind of, I don't know, I just really like this look. It's my go-to, so I wanted to show you guys this is the look that I wore for prom, and if you're interested, then you can just kind of see what I wore, and this is probably the worst tutorial you're ever gonna watch. Thank you to Manny for creating this look because it is my go-to and my favorite. Obviously, I've tweaked it a bit, so I'll go ahead and link his video in the comments down below, but I just like it overall. You know, I've obviously tweaked it a bit over the million times that I've worn this look. I've worn it for more than just like fancy events. I've worn it just in my everyday life because I love it so much. But it's just my go-to for events when I want a makeup look that I know is going to look good. So let's get right on into it. I want it to be as zoomed in on my face as possible, so that's why we're zoomed in. But anyways, first step is to go ahead and apply some chapstick. This is just the Burt's Bees Milk and Honey. It is my absolute favorite chapstick. However, I don't discriminate. I love chapstick in general. So we're going to go ahead and apply that. Chapstick is a must for me because my lips are crusty as all get out year round. I forgot to get my lip color. Alright, we're going to try and do this and not disrupt the entire process. Oh, I messed up already. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. I'm using the... You can't even see it, but this is just the Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer. Any primer really works. I've used a variety of different primers. Usually, like for an event, I'll go ahead and use the Smashbox primer, photo finish primer, but it really doesn't matter. I've used different primers, but I'm going to go ahead and take just a pea-size amount, and I'm going to put this on my face here, and this is going to help mattify and also help with pores, which I deal with a little bit. Now I'm going to go in with my foundation, and my foundation of choice is the Bare Minerals foundation. When I bought this, I wanted the matte one, but the lady literally gave me the original one, so that's always cool. But anyways, I'm in the shade Neutral Ivory. This seems to match me pretty well, because I always feel like I feel like I have kind of like pink toned skin. It's kind of hard to tell with the lighting, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's more yellow. I don't really know what you would classify my skin as, but anyways, I'm just going to be going in with the Morphe G63 brush. It's just a nice brush for this type of foundation. Around in the lid, and I'm going to start by buffing this into my forehead here. I personally like this foundation over like a liquid or something because I have oily skin, so I feel like it just kind of helps my face. I don't know. It kind of, the foundation kind of helps absorb some of the oils and stuff, so I don't know if it actually makes a difference, but I like to think it does, and I like the way this foundation looks, you know what I mean? It's really like a natural foundation, but it also gives some coverage. Like, it doesn't fully cover my freckles that I have, but It does provide some coverage to the face. So I'm just doing one more really good buff over the skin and making sure that I just blend down my neck. And then just grabbing whatever product is like left in the lid to kind of clean it up in there. And using this on my chin and neck area as well. Just making sure it all blends together really nicely. So obviously that didn't like fully cover all of my imperfections, but it definitely just provides like a nice veil over the skin. Then I'm going to go ahead and throw the lid on here. You realize how much actually flies all over when you have lights on you. It's kind of crazy. Alright, so now I'm going in with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Brightener Illuminator. It's like the pink one. Ooh, there we go. So I'm just applying this in a triangle shape underneath my eye. So I'm down my forehead, nose, chin. I promise it looks kind of scary, but it's okay. That's what you blend it out and it just ends up working, okay? I'm going to go in with my pure makeup sponge. I've actually never used a sponge before, but all my other sponges are dirty, so we're going to go ahead and just use this. And it's kind of hard, if we're being honest. It's a little hard. As you can see, it just really brightens up my under eye area because my under eye area is so purple and blue. Now that I've brightened everything up, I'm going to go in with my Coty Airspun. This is just, I think the original, no, translucent extra coverage, because I thought I needed translucent extra coverage. And I am going to be baking because my under eye area is a problem area, and I found that baking just makes a big difference. And I do kind of tap off the excess on the sponge, if you were wondering. So while that bakes, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows and my eye makeup. So I don't know how well doing my eyebrows on camera is going to go, but we'll try. Alright, so I went ahead and zoomed you guys in a bit, and then I also went ahead and bumped up the ISO a little bit, so hopefully that will make it easier to see. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start with my brows here. So I'm just going to comb them out. This is just from Tonya Crooks, the Browgal. I don't know, it's a brush I got with a thing at one of my Boxy Charms. And I don't know, really like it, I guess. I'm horrible at brows, so it's just kind of personal preference. So I'm going to go ahead and do them here. So basically what I do is I create a base with my Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Soft Brown. I kind of sketch out the shape I want. As you can tell, I have very light eyebrows, so I kind of sketch out the shape that I want to go for. Now this is definitely like not perfect by any means, but it's a start, and that's kind of the goal with this, is a start. My brows also need to be waxed very bad, so there's that. I'm going to go in with my IT Cosmetics brow pencil in the shade Universal Taupe. I'm going to go ahead and just like really fill it in, set the shape. Yeah, I feel like whenever I do my brows on camera, they never turn out, so we shall see. It doesn't look too bad. And then this brow I always have to extend in because it's never quite enough. Alright. I mean, I know my brows are supposed to be sisters, not twins, but right now my brows are looking like cousins. like long distance cousins. But, like, look at how thick this one is. And how not thick this one is. This is what happens when I do. They turn out absolutely horrendously. We're going to just call that good enough before they get way worse. Heading in the direction of terribles. So we're just going to call that a day. We're going to not mess them up more. I can't do my brows on camera for the life of me, so I'm just gonna brush them out, and I don't know, they could look worse, let's be honest. So on camera, I don't feel like they look that bad. Honestly, actually, I feel like they look worse on camera than they do in person, so. Alright, that looks a little better. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just set those bad boys and move on with my life. And now we're gonna get started with the actual eyeshadow. This is Anastasia Brow Gel, by the way, nothing extreme. So, this brow look I actually found on Manny's channel. It was his prom look that he did with his palette that he came out with. Obviously, if you don't have, I don't know if they don't have the palette, but I feel like they brought some of the like limited edition colors back as singles. So if I can, I'll link the colors I use down below. Some of them are also permanent colors as well. So I'm just going to go in with my Wet n Wild shadow primer here. And I just have like freaking loose powder everywhere. This is a good go-to because I know it works on me and really just stays in place and works, and it's like $5, so if you're interested. I found mine at Walmart, but wherever you find your Wet n Wild products. Now I'm going to first start out by setting my base. Now there's not a good color in this palette to do that with, so I'm just using my Wet n Wild shadow in the shade Brulee, and I'm just using my Morphe M516 brush. I'm just going to use this to set my base here. This is my go-to when the palette doesn't come with something that will work for me. Sometimes like these cream colors are just a titch too dark, and that's why they end up not working for me. So, you know, it just kind of depends. But you're just going to set it. You could use concealer and powder, but again, like I said, I am oily, so I just need a really good like an actual primer. It just works for me. So anyways, now I've set that, and then I'm going to go in. All these brushes are dirty, don't kill me. I feel like that's a classic beauty guru thing, is to be like, oh, all my brushes are dirty. I just kind of spot clean them, so they still look kind of dirty, but they're clean enough for the video. I don't recommend doing that, but I wanted to use these specific brushes. So I'm using my Morphe 205. I don't know what that was supposed to be, but it's just a nice fluffy brush. And I'm going to go into the shade, I'm going to go into Beaches and Cream, which is right here, and then, helps if I'm in frame, and then into the shade Sora right here. Going kind of back and forth, getting into both shades. And I'm going to be applying that into my crease as my transition shade. Now this eye look is super easy once you get like good at it and you wear it all the time. Super freaking easy. Then I'm going to go in with just a clean blending brush. Now the key to this look is I do a ton of blending. I think it just really helps the look better. Just tons of blending. Then I'm going to go in with my Morphe 231 brush. This is just like a bit of a smaller brush. I'm going to go into the shade Frappe, which is, this is the shade Frappe right here. So that was kind of out of focus, but that's okay. I'm new to this, you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in my crease, but I'm going to focus it lower in the crease, kind of right into that socket there. You know, you really want to get it into the socket and not so high up like that one was. And this is just helping to create some depth to the look. Give your eye some depth. I'm just going to do the same thing to the other eye here. And then I'm going to go back in with that same big fluffy brush and just blend away. And I'm going to go back in with that clean brush. This is a Sigma E40 if you're wondering. Basically, I'm just doing a ton of blending with this look. It's kind of what makes it look so good, is it's just so blown out and like pretty. I'm now going to go in with my Morphe E36, go into the shade Aphrodite. And I'm just applying this to the very outer corner area. And kind of dragging it in a bit. Obviously, this isn't exactly like Manny's look, but it's kind of what I started with. And then I also kind of like to bring it up a little bit, just to make it look more blended and smoky, if that makes sense. It just kind of gives it that more blended, smoky look. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and it's already kind of blended out, but I'm going to go back in first with this brush. Just blending. Then back in with that big fluffy brush. So obviously the more I've worn this look, the more I've kind of tailored it to my eye shape and whatnot. So it's based off of that, and I still follow the same steps, but it's not exactly the same anymore. I feel like mine ends up looking a lot lighter and a bit more natural, but it still ends up looking the same kind of glam effect, if that makes sense. So then I'm going to go in with the shade Artemis, which is this highlight shade right here. It's super gorgeous, and this is going to go on the lid here where we haven't applied any color as my highlight. This color is so freaking gorgeous. It's literally perfect. And we're just kind of focusing that anywhere that doesn't have shadow yet. It's also such a gorgeous brow highlight as well. Go ahead and go in with that blending brush, just blending the highlight, blending it all together, just to make sure that everything looks kind of seamless, if that makes sense. I keep looking down, but I just am paranoid that I'm not in focus. So just so everything looks kind of seamless and all that jazz. Then I'm going to go ahead and brush away all this bake. We've been baking for a hot minute. So I'm going to go ahead and just brush it all away. It just leaves that area looking so nice. I still do struggle with those little wrinkles, but the blueness of the area is gone, which is the important thing. So, and I don't know, it just helps kind of neutralize the blueness under my eyes, and when you photograph it, it just doesn't look so blue. Anyways, now we're going to go ahead and go into the lower lash line. I don't know what I meant by that, but so I'm just going in with this Morphe E18, and what I did to the top, I'm going to mirror on the bottom, so this just has that frappe and then peaches and cream on it, and we're putting that about 3/4 of the way in. I'm just taking the same brush and I'm going to take frappe, and I'm going to focus this on the outer half. Then I'm taking my Morphe M508, which is just this little flat definer brush, and I am just taking this and buffing it on the outer, kind of like third of the lower lash line. Again, just really blending everything out and keeping it look like buffed and blended. I'm applying it on my lower lash line here. And now I'm actually going to go in real quick with some banana powder underneath my eyes. I don't know that this actually does anything, but I like to think that it does. I think it just kind of helps blend out the edges of your eyeshadow a bit. It works for me. You know, at the end of the day, you just need to do what works for you. And I don't think I've ever talked about this on my channel, but the reason why I don't wear foundation that much is because I just don't like I mean, my skin looks nice, but I hate that you can't, like, touch your face. You can't do anything. Like I can't touch my face now. Like, I can't itch my face. Nothing. And I just don't like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put some nude liner on my lower lash line. You don't have to do nude. You could do black, brown. I did, I think green for my senior prom, if you were wondering. Now I'm using the Starlooks Pro Longwear Liner. Any black liner will do, to be completely honest. Just use one. Use your favorite. Alright, so I do that. So I have my eyeliner down. Then I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara here. This is just a Better Than Sex little sample that I got. And I don't do falsies because first of all, my eyelashes are already, I feel like, pretty long, and if I just put a ton of mascara on, I feel like I just get the same effect, and I don't have the patience for fake eyelashes. We are going to go ahead and jump into part 2 of the face now that I have my eyes done. So I'm just going to go ahead and do my bronzer. And my favorite brush to use with that is the Real Techniques powder brush. It's just this literally like massive brush. And I use it in the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer in the shade Sunny. It just looks the best on me. And I just think it makes a world of difference. And I'm just going to throw some of this around my forehead hairline area and kind of underneath my chin, just bronzing up the face a little bit. Nothing too insane, just adding some warmth to the skin. And I'm just making sure that my neck kind of matches my face, but as you can see, it didn't do a whole lot, but it definitely made a bit of a difference. It made a little bit of a difference, so. Then I'm going to just go ahead and do my blush as well. It doesn't really matter. I've kind of just used random blushes. Like, I've literally probably used a blush every single time I've done this look. A different blush anyways. So I'm going to use the Makeup Geek blush in the shade Spellbound. It doesn't look like anything special in the pan, but it looks pretty on the face. And I'm just going to use my Morphe E4 brush. I'm just applying this to my face. Just kind of adds a bit of color. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and go in with my highlighter. This is the Jessica Liebskind one. You can't even see it. Oh, there you go. Vintage brand highlighter, and it is in Rose Quartz and Chocolate Diamond. These are gorgeous highlighters. I'm obsessed. And I'm just going to mix both of them using my Morphe M501 brush. I'm going to go ahead and apply that right on my cheekbones here. a bit on my nose. The Cupid's bow. Then I'm going to go ahead and go in with my foundation brush and just kind of blend over everything on my cheeks and stuff. Just to kind of help blend everything. And make sure that nothing's harsh or whatever. That's just kind of my tip. Something that I do that you don't have to. And the last step is going to be my lippy, and my favorite lippy for this face is to use the Ofra liquid lipstick in the shade Pasadena. It's really pretty. So, I'm going to apply that. I can't talk while I do it. Alright, there we go. Now we have the lippy on. So this is like probably my all-time favorite liquid lipstick. I literally love it so much. So anyways, of course my battery's low. Now, I feel like it kind of looks better, but not really. Now I just feel like I look dark. I don't know. Let me know which way you guys liked it better, when it was brighter or when it was darker like it is right now. Let me know kind of what you guys are thinking. I hope you guys enjoyed that video today, and hopefully it wasn't too terrible of a tutorial. I tried. Give me credit, I haven't filmed a tutorial in ages. So anyways, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the look and you think it's pretty. And also comment down below if there's any looks that you want me to do, if there's like a type of look you want me to do. My goal is to just, obviously this is my first tutorial that I've filmed since coming back, so it's just kind of weird. Still, the whole filming process is still weird to me and I'm still adjusting. But let me know if there's any looks you'd want me to do, and if there's ever like a makeup look that I'm wearing that you want me to film a tutorial on, I'm more than happy to do so. So just comment on that video and let me know. And also comment on this video and let me know what you thought of the look, and also if you want to see any videos. I don't know what I'm doing with my hand, but if there's any videos you want to see, also subscribe. And if you want to see more of my face, then also make sure you hit the bell button as well, so then you will be notified every time I upload a video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!